In today's take, I want to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers and what could be a problem and what could be concerning for them going forward. Now, before we get into that, though, please like, subscribe, also hit the notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. We put out content every day, so you won't miss any content here. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. So, one good example, last night's game against the Bucks when the Lakers played them, the Lakers had every chance to win that game. Chris Middleton shot poorly coming off of COVID. Drew Holiday isn't right yet. And despite all that, Giannis scores 47 points. Giannis was the best player on the floor by far. And between Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis, I think one had 19, one had 18 or something like that. They scored like a combined 37, 40 points combined. So Giannis outscored two superstars on the opposing team, which was the Lakers, by himself when Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday struggled, which is two of their other primary players. And when you see things like this, you have to sit there and worry if you're a Lakers fan, because this could be a problem for them. They have got all this star power, but it doesn't make them a cohesive unit. It doesn't really fit. Now, of course, they have one thing in their favor. They have LeBron James coming back, but LeBron can't make up for everything. He can't be the sole proprietor. He can't be the sole reason why the Lakers are winning and everything is going well, because if he is the sole reason, how long is he going to hold up? I mean, he's been nicked up and banged up these last couple seasons. Pretty much since he's been on the Lakers, really. But pretty much these last couple seasons, he's been dealing with, nagging injuries and things that's keeping him sidelined for weeks to weeks, here and there, a month here and there. And those things add up after a while when you're trying to win or you're in pursuit of winning a championship. Because when you take away the main pieces, it just kind of like depletes the value of a team and the energy really isn't the same. Now, you could say that even with Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis, they still should be a better team than what they are. But facts are facts. You are what your record is, and that's just the way it goes. And that's the way they're playing, and that's what type of team they are. And, the biggest problem I see is when you look at last night's game, which is a very good example, Frank Vogel pointed out himself, Anthony Davis didn't have no free throw attempts. Anthony Davis shot no free throws. When you hear that, that can either be two things. That could be the referees aren't blowing the whistle for Anthony Davis, or it could be all on Anthony Davis. And it could be his fault, the reason why he's not getting to the free throw line. And honestly, I believe it's more his fault than the referees. Anthony Davis has found himself to be a three-point shooter now. Anthony Davis is a jump shooter. Anthony Davis really doesn't work out the paint anymore. And when he does, he only does it for a stint when Rondo's is in that game. Because when Rondo's not in the game, it seems like he doesn't even want to be aggressive enough to go to the paint and score. He's all about just taking jumpers. I swear, I feel like he's trying to be a Kevin Durant or a Dirk Nowitzki from back in the day or something like that. I feel like he's not really even thinking about, living in the paint at all. And that definitely is a testament of losing basketball, not winning basketball. And this is not what the Lakers need. They need winning basketball. They need winning intangibles. Anthony Davis won a championship a couple years ago, but we all know it's because of LeBron James and his expertise, because Anthony Davis usually is always been injury prone, or he's always been a top 5 talent, but he doesn't play at a top 5 level. And that's the reason why, me personally, I've said in videos before where he could be looked at as a top 5 player. And at one time I thought of him as a top 5 player, but I've seen too many games where his lack of aggression as him being one of the leaders on the team doesn't help the Lakers at all, because they always seem to lose when he's less aggressive and he doesn't get the numbers he's supposed to. Anthony Davis, every game, is supposed to maybe average somewhere around 28 and 12 a game, at least. And if you're averaging 28 and 12 a game consistently, and you're getting your shots up and you're being aggressive, you will get to the free throw line and you will be effective from the free throw line. But when you play against you playing a game against the Bucks, a primetime game against Giannis, and he scores 47 points and outscores you and Russell Westbrook, two superstars combined, that is a problem. LeBron James can't fix that. You have to go out there with energy and effort if you want to win. And that's something that is mind-boggling to me. How does a superstar like Anthony Davis get no free throws? I could tell you how, because he's settling for jumpers. He's turning into he's turning into a Kevin Durant type player, and that's not who he is. His game is more of a mixture, scoring the paint, play a little defense, step out 17, 18 feet at times, be a little versatile, knock down your free throws, and be effective when needed. That's pretty much how his game needs to be for the Lakers to be a championship team. They need Anthony Davis to lead them. LeBron is not going to come back and do all this heroics. I mean, not saying he can't, because he definitely can, but you're asking a lot of him to do that and do it during the regular season and go into playoffs and help this team get to a finals and help them win the finals. That is a lot to ask out of a player who's been in the league 18, 19 years. When you have two superstars on there that should be holding it down a lot better until LeBron James feel comfortable enough to come back. Because honestly, the way Anthony Davis plays at times, along with Russell Westbrook, it's almost required for LeBron to come back early. Because if he doesn't, I don't think the Lakers really have a chance to make a run or do anything, because they just don't look together and they just don't look like a team that can sustain 8-game winning streak or, push themselves to play to another level without LeBron sitting there holding their hand. And this is a problem for the Lakers. Your second best player on the team cannot go through a primetime game and don't get no free throws and don't be aggressive enough to really even draw them. Of course, some referees are not going to call things your way, but that's okay. You still need to be aggressive enough to go in there and at least try. And a lot of times when I watch Anthony Davis, I'm not seeing that effort. And I'm pretty sure a lot of Lakers fans are not seeing it either. And it's not that he's not capable, because he is very capable of doing it. But being capable and making it happen is two different things. So that's something I feel like the Lakers need to correct. And that's something that Frank Vogel needs to beat into his guys' heads. We need to be aggressive attacking the basket. We need to, be aggressive in trying to put the defense on their heels so we can, better our chances of allowing our offense to flow better and put the other team in foul trouble so we can dominate the game and the time of possession more on our end of the floor. And this is something that players like Anthony Davis has to be a leader and step up and go out there and do through his actions so the other players can follow. But hey, that's my take on the situation. Leave any comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Do you think Anthony Davis's lack of aggression is a part of it? Is that trickling through the whole team? Or is it, mainly more so Westbrook and his turnover ways, which is allowing or making players like Anthony Davis fall victim and become a product of their environment? But hey, like I said, leave any comments in the comment section as always and let me know what you think. And hey, Cali out.